just, whoa. Oh man. E3 so far is just crazy. Like, I didn't get to watch Microsoft's conference yet. And I was at work, and I just didn't get a chance to watch it earlier this morning. But then I came home and I was like, I'll just watch it after I watch the Sony press conference. And I was just like playing Animal Crossing, so I was like, better watch the Sony conference now. So I started watching it, and just by the end of it, I was like, me personally, like, I don't even want to watch the Microsoft conference right now. I mean, I was reading things on Twitter and just watching other social media sites and watching the stream, and it was just like, after watching the Sony conference, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but there was no point in me watching the Microsoft conference anymore. Oh, man, I am really, really happy. I think Sony did a really good job personally, so they deserve a hand clap from me. So before I was, like, really interested in the PS4, they showed the console at the conference, and at first I thought it kinda looked a little bit like the Xbox One. I really did. But then the conference went on, and just things started getting better and better, and there was no bad signs of, anything that would be bad for gamers. And it was going really well. And then Square Enix came out. And I swear, the whole world, or just the individuals who were watching the conference, were either just like, or crying beautiful tears of joy when Square Enix announced Final Fantasy 15, which looked fantastic, and Kingdom freaking Hearts 3. I don't know how long I've been waiting for that, because I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Final Fantasy 2, but I really like Kingdom Hearts. Oh man, it was just, I was sitting there crying, and I was like texting and like messaging my friends on Skype and stuff, and I was like, dude, did you hear about Kingdom Hearts? And they're like, yeah man. I'm like crying and like throwing my computer chairs around, and I'm like crying. It was just so beautiful. There's just something about Kingdom Hearts music that just makes me want to cry. And when they started playing that music and I saw Sora, I just couldn't hold it in. In fact, I'm gonna wear my Kingdom Hearts Snuggie right now in order to celebrate. See? Sora. Yeah. And they should have some really awesome other games too. Some of the games didn't really go into really great detail. They're totally putting like indie developers into all this, and people went crazy for the indie developers, which is a really good thing. So I'm really looking forward to see how they do things with that. And just even all the other games that they showed, just they looked so nice. It's way too hot in this, oh my gosh. For example, I'm really into this Watch Dogs game. There's just something about it that's so unique that just looks really awesome, and I would totally love to get that. That looks really, really good. Another game I really want to mention is Transistor. I hope I'm saying that right. It had this really, really cool art style, kind of like, it did have an anime-esque art style, very on the cartoony side. With like the spiked hair and the cool looking eyes. But nonetheless, the gameplay looked really, really fun too. So I think that game's going to be really, really, really enjoyable. One thing that I really, really liked about this conference is that they didn't spend a lot of time, talking about Call of Duty or talking about sports games. Granted, they did talk about a basketball game for a little while, but it really wasn't all that long compared to like some past E3s or with other companies. So I was really proud of them for that. Like, they didn't try to woo people with like different celebrities, and they didn't try to, come out with this dance game and try to demo like a dance game, or let's say the Wonder Book. Thank God there wasn't a Wonder Book 2. But it was just really nice that, they didn't have to demo a game that no one was interested in for a really extended amount of time. They just kept going and going and going with really interesting news, and I really, really liked that. So thank you, Sony. And then another epic part of the conference happened. So Jack Tretton comes out, and he's all like, okay guys, used games will be playable on the PS4. And everyone went crazy. Like, I would think that people, shouldn't go crazy over that, because that should be a given thing. But with Microsoft, the whole used game deal with, used games not like working on their Xbox One, when Jack Tretton announced that, it was a huge thing, and everyone just went crazy. And it was I guess they were going crazy for the right reasons. I would have gone crazy too. I mean, I didn't want other companies to fall under what Xbox was doing, so that was wonderful. But he didn't stop there. In fact, he actually mentioned that the PS4 isn't going to have to connect online every 24 hours like the Xbox One is going to have to do. Pretty much, that was a big slap in the face right to Microsoft. Just, Microsoft. No. That's pretty much how it happened. I mean, you can't say that they weren't purposefully aiming towards Microsoft with this. And at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're totally just like Microsoft needs to take ice cold water and just pour it on their skin, because I'm pretty sure they got really badly burned by Sony, and they might have to stay in some cold water for quite a long time if they want to be healed back up. But anyway, so at this point, I was just really enjoying it, because the crowd was going crazy from all the good things that Jack Trenton was saying about the PS4. Granted, I don't think it has backwards compatibility. I really wish it was backwards compatible. That would be really, really great, since I personally don't have a PS3, so if it's compatible with the PS3, that would be amazing. But anyway, I was sitting there, and I was just like, you know, if this is really expensive, it almost doesn't, matter. I mean, because we don't want another $599 US dollars, $599 US dollars, $599 US dollars. We don't want that again. So, I was a little iffy about the price, because I was just like, oh man, if this costs like $600, $700, $800, there's no way. But it's so good, and it would be such a downer for it to be really expensive. But then they released the price at $399 US dollars, $399 US dollars, $390. You get the point. $399 US dollars is really, really good. I personally think that it's a really fair price, to be honest, and it is $100 cheaper than what Microsoft wanted to sell their Xbox One for, which was $499 US dollars. It's so weird saying Xbox One. I keep picturing the first gen Xbox. But anyway, once again, people in the crowd just going crazy. People on social media just like bowing down and worshiping to Sony, just because after Microsoft's conference, I feel like everyone needed something to be like, we're here watching E3, we're gamers, and we don't want to be caught up in all of this bull crap that companies do to us. But, Sony really came out today in their conference. They really came to win this thing, and I don't really like to say that certain companies actually come out and win E3. I mean, I'll jokingly say Sony just won, but in reality, I don't want to say a specific company wins E3, because I just don't. But Sony, they were in it to win it. They came knowing that, what they wanted to do. They wanted to impress gamers, but at the same time, they also didn't want to do the same corporate bullcrap that Microsoft was doing, and Sony's doing pretty much everything right now, is personally what I think. There could be some things that change between now and release, but E3 was really, really good, and I didn't even watch the Microsoft conference. If you guys think I should watch it and waste my time, please let me know, because I was gonna watch it, and then I saw Microsoft, and I saw Sony's conference. I was like, nah, I'll just go play video games or something instead of watching Microsoft's conference. But anyway, I just want to give my 2 cents, because, I mean, I just want to make a quick video about how awesome the conference was, because usually I'm not too crazy about Sony's conferences. Like, to be honest, I didn't even watch the full PS4 reveal. I just didn't. I thought, the Xbox One was going to have something here, or Microsoft was going to have something here for the next gen, but obviously I'm wrong. So, yeah, thank you so much, Sony. That was a really good conference. I'm really excited to see Nintendo's tomorrow, but I won't get into too much detail about that until tomorrow. But anyway, guys, just leave your comments and everything about Sony. If you agree with me, that's great. If you don't agree with me, that's fine too. We all have our different opinions, so put them down in the comment box. I'm so happy right now. Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, and Have a nice E3. See ya.